Hi everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. I hope you all are having a great day. I am here playing and I thought I'd bring you guys along. This is really an informal kind of video. I don't even know what I'm going to call it. I am making I'm just getting stuff ready for our scratch journal, to be honest, and thought maybe you guys would want to check it out with me and be inspired. If you're like me, some of you were doing this video because a lot of you don't have printers. Well, I don't have a die cut machine, so I bought some of these forms, whatever you call them, and I bought them not knowing what I was buying at the time. And they were on sale for like 99 cents. And a couple of these were sent to me in a Happy Mail by Miss Deanne. Thank you so much, honey. It was my first, I believe it was my first Happy Mail I ever received. And I can't remember which ones I purchased and which ones you sent me. But anyway, I bought like 3 or 4 of them. And it was funny because when I got them, I got home and was like, oh no, I can't even use these. So just now I was fiddling around and playing and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try something. So I put some ink on this and I just did this, just pressed, you know, and rubbed. And I ended up getting this print. So I really like it on this book page. And this is like antique book paper. I did it on this one and did some embossing with it. But the paper is super, super thin. It took to the embossing really well, but if I do it too much, it rips. So I gotta be careful with that. Anyway, I just thought you guys might want to hang out with me while I make some background papers and do some, I don't know what I'm gonna do on this video, to be honest. I wanted to play a little bit. I got all of our, the little fussy cuts that I made the other day. I got those all done. Now I tried to open this one. Here we go. I got those all done. And so, super glad I got that finished. Now, let's see, what colors do we want to use? This journal is going to be so eclectic. I'll be honest, it really is. I'm going to use oxides because I feel like they will show up better. And what I'm doing is I'm wetting it down, and I know. You know me with my ink pad. I don't really care. So I'm just gonna kind of get this wet. And what I did was I just went over the part that's sticking up. I don't even know. Maybe it would do it with that side too. But I just kind of pressed the oxide on here. Hopefully it'll do it again with this one. I don't know. We're gonna see, right? It's not. It doesn't seem to be. There we go. A little darker. And I'm going to grab a book page. And all I did was I just held it there and I pressed. Okay. I was just hoping to give it a little background look, you know, on top of the script of the paper page. Let's see if it turned out. Oh yeah, see? It did. A little darker in some spots, which is fine. I don't care. So, you know, I'm probably gonna use these for like pockets and stuff like that. So that's why I'm trying to make some with a few different. Now that color did not do quite as well as I'd like. I did the lavender because of the color of the journal cover. I just thought it looked pretty. Maybe we should wipe that one off. I've been doing a lot of crafting and I haven't been shooting the videos with it. And I think, I don't know, I try to make sure that you guys are entertained by what I'm doing. But lately I'm kind of thinking, you know what, I think I'm just going to start jumping on here and recording, you know, my own times when I'm just hanging out doing this. Do you know what I'm saying? So you might see me more often doing stuff just off the cuff like this. This was not, like I said, this was not really planned. I just thought you guys might get inspired by this little idea if you don't own a die cut machine like me. And since this whole journal experience is new to me, that I would bring y'all along. Oh, that one came out good. Look at that. That one came out really good. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. See, this one's got a little more oomph to it. Let's see. What other... Okay, I'm not going to do the same ones over and over and over. I'm going to wipe this one off. And as you can see, it comes right off. This is just a wet baby wipe, just to get... And you can run it under water, of course, because this is if you're using the oxide ink, if you decide to try it. So, I'm going to move this. This is not what I want to get that on. Oh, and I went through a bunch more books today that I had in the front room that I hadn't pulled out. Yeah, so I did a whole bunch of different... I wonder... Let me try. Let me see here. You know, I don't know. These are pretty old is probably the problem. Let me see. I have this one here that'll probably go on there. But yeah, there we go. There we go. Well, you can really see the difference, huh? The problem is this is permanent and that's going to stain this, but oh well. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a, to use, oops, a die cut machine anyway to use these. At least not yet. Maybe someday. Oh gosh, that wasn't good. I almost tore it. What was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. Okay, I don't remember. Anyway, let's see. Oh, that's pretty. You can barely see it though. It's kind of a bummer. I'm wondering. Let's try this green. This is an even brighter, newer green. This might... I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways to do backgrounds and stuff. Oh, I think I know what I was saying. I went through a bunch of my books today that I didn't go through the other day with you guys because they were in the front room. And, dang it, stop doing that now. Yeah, so I pulled a bunch of pages to use for pockets, tags, bookmarks, belly bands, whatever, fussy cuts, I don't know. I was watching Carrie the Crafter the other day, and he was showing how he comes up with I liked how he said it, he harvests for his numbers that he uses. And I'd never paid attention to his video enough to see him doing numbers, but I thought that sounded like an interesting video, so I watched it. And it was cool because he was showing how he just goes through different books, even manga books and stuff like that, like the cartoons. And he goes through different books. Oh, it's coming off pretty good. And harvests page numbers and numbers out of indexes and all this stuff. So I started going through mine and realized I have got tons of cool numbers, So I pulled a bunch of pages that I'm going to harvest some numbers from and, oh, dang it, and get stuff like that. So I'm just trying to, my poor little mats, they always end up looking so shoddy, don't they? Now what else do I have here? Okay. Oh, cool. And yeah, I thought it'd be fun to do that. And so, what color? I have this whole thing full of Ranger over here of my oxides. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Paper would be cool to do this with. Tissue paper. I just have some right here, and I thought that'd be fun. Oh, we're also going to do some book page collages this week. So get your book pages out, get your stuff out and ready to to have a play with me, okay? Because we're gonna go for it. Okay, here's some rusty hinge. I like this. I haven't used this in a long time. Let's see. It might need wet down again and outside. But I used to use this one a lot, and I haven't used it in forever. Now I'm thinking with this tissue paper that'll probably work pretty good. These would be fun backgrounds to just, gosh, I should have planned this out. I would have, oh yeah, look at that. Just picked it right up. I may have to do like a background thing with tissue paper, huh? I've been seeing a lot of people play with it lately, and it's so fun. Look at that. That's pretty. It came out good. Once that dries, that'll be nice. That would be pretty to do over a page, a book page, and just have it, you know, yeah. You know what I'm saying. I like that. Oh, here's a ground espresso I haven't used in forever. Gee, whizzle sticks. This is really dark. Let's see. Yeah. This one's very dark. Nice. Okay. I'm going to grab that tissue paper and lay that down again. Do another one. And I'm just thinking to cover, you know, to cover book page with this too, and have it like decoupaged on with tissue paper. I think that would be fun. So guys, if you have die cuts that you aren't using because you don't have a die cut machine, this is a good way to create some fun backgrounds for your junk journals without going and buying a die cut machine. Here's a cool one, speckled egg. Let's try something with that. It's going to be very light, but let me see here. I really like this design, and it's why I keep doing stuff on it. I'm going to wipe the brown off, even though actually the brown with the speckled egg might look pretty cool. Okay. Kind of dry that a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking this, what you call it. Now this, I don't even think I've used this one. I don't recall using it at all, to be honest, but yeah, it's so light you can't even tell I'm doing anything, but I am, as you can see, so it'll be there. All right. Tissue paper. Okay. Oh, you can see it through there though. Look at that. Can you see? Let's see. See it picking up on the tissue paper? All right. Oh yeah. And that looks kind of like old-fashioned wallpaper. So that'll look pretty against a book page. What do you think? I think so. Sorry, guys. This is such an informal video, to be honest. I just jumped on here and didn't even really... I kind of didn't plan anything. I just thought, you know what? I'm going to go hang out with my friends and do some creating. You guys probably noticed this week I even posted my flip through on the same day. Hey, boy, don't do that. My Bobo, he jumped down and almost tore my chair up again. He's a big boy. But anyway, I did my flip through on the same day I did Mass Monday. I was like, you know what? I'm posting 2 videos today. So I figured it wouldn't hurt, right? Now this is Victorian Velvet, another light one, but I think once it's cut off and then decoupaged on top of a piece of paper. That'll look pretty. I hadn't even planned to do this with the what do you call it, tissue paper, but it's fun. It's kind of cool, you know. I think I'm going to do another one of this with the tissue paper because I like it. Let me see. And then I have never used this milled lavender, which will look cool, I think. Oh, it's very light. Look at that. Okay. One more time. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I did it on the wrong side. Shoot. Is it even on there? Yeah, I did it on the wrong side. I did it on the shiny. This tissue paper has, I don't know if all tissue, I guess all tissue paper has a shiny side. This one has a really shiny side. So let me redo that. Redo. There. This side is the matted side that sucks in anything that's moist, you know, the moisture of the ink. All right. I hope that one, oh, that is super light. You cannot even see it. That's why I don't, look at that, you can barely see it. That's why I think I don't really use this color too much because it doesn't show up. Let me see if it shows up at all on a piece of the book page by itself. I doubt it, but I'll try. You know, and the reason I'm rubbing this with my finger is because I've tried to just press this part onto it, and without the die cut machine doing the pressure, it really doesn't do a lot for me. At least I don't think I'm strong enough to get an impression, you know. Let's see. Nope, you can see the impression of the actual what you call it, but you can't really see. Watch, I'm going to show you guys what I'm saying. No matter how hard I do this, I can just barely get like the smallest. I even used a roller one time to try and get it to, because I was like, oh, maybe I can just press it enough myself, you know, but it really doesn't do anything much. See? So that is why I am going for it with the, well, you know what, guys, I think that is enough to, I wasn't really going to, but now I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go ahead and use, let's see, what I want to do. Remember when I told you I had all this huge bag full of cardboard, and then I've also got tons of, what do you call it, I've got all this cardboard. My brain's getting distracted because I'm thinking of things I can do. From all these Kleenex boxes and cereal boxes and just whatever, okay? So I had saved all these from when I first started because I was watching a lot of Natasha, and she would talk about making things, you know, from actual trash. And so I am going to make some journal cards with some of this trash. And let's see here. And I'm going to show you how I do it. I know everybody's got their way, but you know, some of these have the cardboard backing that you can utilize, like these. Some of them don't. I mean, some are white and you're going to have to cover them, but some of them have that backing. And the reason I was tugging around on this is because I want to separate this evenly, and I want to create a stamp for me to use to make lines for people in my journal to write on. and I was to use like to put it down into the ink and stamp these lines for writing space. Anyway, so I was just looking at that before thinking, oh, I just need to pull this off here even enough that I can do that, you know. So I'll be doing that on my own, but at least you know what in the world I was doing, okay? All right. Let me grab a drink. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. So I'm going to put a few things over here out of my way, and that way I am not, let's see, quite so crowded. I am quite crowded right now. Okay, let's see. All right, let's go for this. Let's do it, man. So I have some of my buff colored cardstock over here to use if I need to use it for a backing, okay? And then I do like to use that as a backing when I'm using stuff like this. So what I was going to do real quick was show you. This one looks good. Because these have kind of like a really, you know, they've got that shine to them. So what I like to do, I need to get me, and I don't want to spend money right now. Y'all know the story, so I'm not going to go into it. But I'm just using a piece of sandpaper. I want to get those blocks. It'd be easier, but I also use like a regular nail file like this, okay? And I'm just sanding down the shiny part. I find that it helps the glue to stick a little bit better, okay? Because it kind of roughs it up a little bit and takes that layer of shine off there. Okay, so it's pretty quick. And let me put this away too. Sorry about that. Okay, now I'm looking here to see what kind of glue I want to use. Now I am going to use a glue stick on this simply because my paper is thin. It will it will hold really well. And also because if I use my art glitter glue, I always tell you guys this, if I use the art glitter glue, it's going to make little lines, you know, grabbing a glue page here. It's going to make these little lines and you'll see through the paper because the paper is old and it's thin and it's going to look ugly. So I don't like that. So that's why I grabbed my art glitter, or my glue stick. Glue stick doesn't work for every kind of paper for me, at least I find. But I seem to be able to trust it pretty good with this old book paper. Now, I'm just going to lay out the stamped image from that form. Okay. Use my little glue page out of the way, and I don't want to rub super hard on this, but I am going to use, and I've got a few creases, which I'm not going to worry about. I just happen to have this Mod Podge thing sitting here next to me. And if you're working with this old paper, you do need to be gentle because it'll rip against that glue wherever it's still got a little bit of moisture, you know. Now what we could do is just fold this over and glue it down, or we can file it off, which is probably what I'll do because I like the way that looks, and then I'll be distressing around the edge of this. Okay. I know this is a pretty big page. See how easy it comes off once you file that, or sand it, I mean. And you can use a nail file or a nail buffer, one of the square buffers. You can even use a metal file. I've got a little metal file over here I use sometimes. And I'm even going to use my Concord Grape Distress oxide to distress around the edges. I think that'll look pretty. I have no idea what's written on there. Produced by Alan Walker. I don't know what I was writing notes about, but that is my printing, so I know it's me. And now on this part, on the back here, I am going to cover it with this paper. So since it's a really nice squared off piece, I'm just going to take it right to the edge. Because this paper is thicker, I am going to be using, and this paper here is more matted. I can use regular glue to get it to hold down. It's not going to matter. Oops, I need to open this a bit. I have a feeling I traded my, well, I put one of my little, I had my watercolor brights in here, the powder, and I traded out and put glue in here because it's got the longer nozzle and I can get into places that I need to. Now with this art glitter glue, if you've never used it before and you know, and you're interested in finding out about it, it's really fast. It's really secure. However, it dries really quick. So if you're doing a bigger area like this, you need to be fast about it because it will start drying on you right away. But it works awesome. And it doesn't have a lot of spreading value because it's in such a thin layer too. So you want to make sure and get good coverage everywhere. Okay. Now I'm going to use this on the back this time because I can go a little firmer on there. I missed the edge a little bit. I'm going to have to trim. Or I may just go ahead and okay. What I was, I keep losing my train of thought. I may go ahead and just distress that. I don't know. Let's see how it looks. I'm just going to cut my, and this is going to be a pretty large journaling card. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take that off since it's just, I'll be distressing on that anyway, but I can see the differentiation between the papers, so I'm going to trim it down. Okay. And there's the first one. So there's our book page with that imprint on it. Nice, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and grab my oxide and find my little sponge that I use for purple. I kind of cross-contaminate. I use it for any purple. Okay. Alright. And then on the back I'll probably use Vintage Photo too. I guess I could do it with the purple too, the lavender. This journal, I have a feeling, is going to be super eclectic and all over the place for me, and I don't normally do that. I'm more, I don't want to say matchy-matchy, but my subject and theme are usually built throughout or whatever, and I may try to do that with like the lavender because of the cover and that kind of stuff, but overall, I think that this journal is going to be kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm nervous about it. I mean, not scared or anything, but just, you know, it's not my style. My style is more artsy and more, you know, either really super grungy or really super Victorian, or, you know, I love historical typesetting of all of my pictures and that kind of thing. And I pulling in from all over the place like I am is kind of like, I'm not sure. It feels weird. I'm just not used to it. Anyway, oh, by the way, would you guys be interested in doing little, you get these little composition books at the dollar store, and I got this the other day and just started an art journal, a little art journal. And would you guys be interested in doing art journal pages in a mini composition book? I'm just curious. Let me know. They're super. I went through and I glued together like 3 pages. Okay. Oh, that one's by itself. Anyway, I did though. I glued like 3 pages together so it'd be nice and sturdy, you know, and give you a thicker base to work on. And I started it and I did a couple of them over the weekend, just fiddling around. So let me know if you're interested in doing something like that. Super easy. You could totally figure it out on your own. It'd just be something for us to do together. Anyway. Okay, most of the stuff I do, you guys could totally figure out how to do it on your own. I just come along and, you know, do a few things with you that I think of. Let's see, I did this the other day, and I'm thinking this might look cool on the back of here. This is parchment paper that I did some backgrounds on with, what did I use? I'm thinking, oh, I used my oil, water-soluble oil pastels, and I just drew on them and then used water and made designs. But I was thinking that this might look kind of cool. Kind of, yeah. I'm thinking I like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try something. I'm probably like, what are you doing? No, if I know you guys, you're going, oh, yeah. Use your imagination, Terrace. Use your imagination. You guys are awesome. You have way bigger imaginations than me, I think. That's why I was reading this morning some of your comments, and I was just sitting here smiling, and I actually started crying. I'm going to be honest. I was crying and telling the Lord, you know, these ladies are so gracious and encouraging to me and with me. I mean, because I know that many of you have gifts way beyond my abilities, and I see it in your work all the time. And yet you just encourage me so much and build me up, and I want to build you guys up because you guys are amazing. Yeah, I'm going to do some lines down the middle here with some torn sheets. I just think that's kind of fun. I had not thought about doing that at all, but because of the color scheme, I just happened to look at it and think, oh, that might look pretty. Yeah, this is all done with oven paper, you know, parchment paper. And I had so much fun just playing with it the other day. I was planning on probably doing a video with you guys just to hang out and have some fun with it. Let me know if you'd like that. Okay, let me get this little guy here. I'm just gonna, might as well bring it all together, right? Just a little color brings so much together. It amazes me sometimes. I do stuff and go, oh, this doesn't look right. And then all I got to do is add some color to it. And I go, oh, that's really pretty. Wow. Well, I'm thinking, do I want to tear this? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. I'm going to just scoot you over a little bit. There we go. I don't care that it's not touching. I just kind of want the illusion of lines to write on. So there's a card. Not decorated yet, not embellished, but ready to be embellished. I'm going to try something else really quick because I feel like it needs it. Me in my corners. I'm going to see if I can fit these in here. I don't know if it will or not. Or if it'll even work to cut it. Oh, I'm going to have to do it by hand. Shoot. That's okay. I just think it looks better rounded. So I'm going to round it myself. Probably won't be perfect. Is that okay, guys? Say yes. That's good. That's okay. Because what we're doing here doesn't need to be perfect. I like that better. This seems a little more finished to me. So like I said, that was just a box. I got some, it was these diet packets of chips in it, okay? That's all that box was that I used as the backer for this card. So totally junk. Junk, 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 junk. Yay. Okay. Let's see. What can we do next? What time is it? Oh, good. We got time. I'm going to try one of the fun little tissue paper. So I'm just going to cut these little guys out kind of sloppily. Okay. All right. Yeah, I started when I'm doing my art journal pages, or when I'm doing any painting or anything with inks or anything with the watercolors, I've started leaving a thing of tissue paper by my desk, because I am grabbing prints off of whatever I'm working on to just use for later on. If I want to use the print, I'll have it on the piece of tissue paper. And I've been watching a few different artists who utilize tissue paper a lot, and I was like, yeah, I like that idea. That's cool. That's fun, you know, because I love the way it looks when it's decoupaged down onto anything. And you don't have to get too messy with the decoupaging of tissue paper. All you got to use, honestly, is a glue stick. It'll work really good. The paper's so thin, you know, it'll go right on. So I'm just trimming around this edge and getting this prepped. Oh, I love this one. I don't know why, I just do. I think it looks really cool. Because it's like, it just looks like old, that color looks so old-fashioned, that egg shell, you know. Is it called eggshell? Am I saying the right one? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to grab a piece of regular, here's one. Okay. I'm going to use, yeah, from a hymnal. And I'm going to just put down some glue stick. I love having music behind stuff like this, so this will be cool. I think I got that enough there. All right, I'm going to use the one I like so much. And you can see that music right behind there. Looks very nice. I think it looks nice. I like it. Hope you do too. And I'm just going to trim that off. And I got a few little spots where there's like lifts, and so all I'm going to do is, when this is cut, so I'm not running into that glue, because that's why I'm trimming it right now, because it's wet and I can't really press on it without running into that glue. So I wanted to get that out of there. And then I'm going to lightly, again, take this tool, little Mod Podge tool that I got in a kit. I got mine at Ace Hardware across the street. I have no idea. I had never seen them before. I think they have them at Hobby Lobby in those kits. Yeah, now it's nice and smooth. And look at that. It looks cool. It looks like faded out damask wallpaper on top of the music. I really like that a lot. Now I'm going to take my Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. And I'm just going to brown it up a little bit. Have some fun with it. And yeah, you can really see that robin's egg or whatever it's called. Oh, that looks so fun. And I'm using my brush so that I don't have like sponge streaks. I don't mind streaky, but I don't like on everything. I don't like to have sponge streaks, you know. Okay. I knew the brown would bring out that old aged look of the blue, so I really like that. See? Pretty, pretty. You like? I like. Now, I'm going to grab my, if I can find it. Where are you? Where did I put you? Well, you know what? I have a whole thing full of them down here. I'm just going to grab one of these because I can't find the other ones, and I'm going to use this edge. Where's my brown? Okay. I'm going to use this edge and go around. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll wait until I put this onto a board. So I want to do one that's, I don't want to do a huge one. I don't even know what I did here. I think this is that paper from Walmart. Yeah, I think that is. That comes in those. There we go. I think I'll use that. Yeah, that's fine. And I'll just trim it. And then I'll distress. Okay, so again, I'm going to grab my, what did I do with my sanding paper? Yes, I do lose things. It's right there. I had one of you laugh at me and say, I'm glad I'm not the only one who loses stuff on her desk right in front of her. Yeah, no, you're not. Me too. And as you can see, this black is only skin deep. It's coming right off as I scrape it, or as I sand it. Which, like I said, don't mind. I don't care, because we're doing junk journals, right? I just want that glue to be able to adhere to the board. So, all right, here we go. Hands are getting nice and dusty and black. I better wipe those just in case. I don't want to get that all over my pretty piece of paper there. So this time I'll wipe them. I don't usually, but yeah. All right. Now. Okay, and again, this is old paper, so I am going to go ahead and try to use, let me grab a glue page really quick. All right, got two of them here, so I hope you guys felt inspired today. I had not planned this out. I just said, you know what, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to bring them along. I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, I think it's turning out okay. It's going to be kind of cute. I'm making sure I've got glue on all these edges. Sometimes I miss my edges. Ugh, stop it. Okay. All right, now, here we go. I will be trimming this, as you can see. Now this side is white. It's kind of a matty feel, like almost a suede feeling on the back there. So I don't know. Boy, I'll tell you what, this is challenging for me, you guys. I'm feeling the challenge of it, because it's so outside of my norm. That's a good thing, I know. But yeah, so just know this isn't just coming to me. I mean, I'm having to work towards something here. Definitely. So if you're feeling, you know, if you ever sit down, my point is, we are not, none of us who do these videos or who are on YouTube are perfect and have everything together and are like, yeah, you know, I hear some of them so often. I hear people talking and things they say, I recognize in their verbiage thoughts that go through my own head when I'm making videos, you know, because you're kind of playing it sometimes by ear. And don't ever feel like you can't be as creative as the person you see on that YouTube channel, because you are. And sometimes you are even more creative, okay? Don't forget that, seriously. Because like today, I really didn't know what I was going to do. If there's anything here that inspires you or that you like, praise God, because it's, you know, I didn't have the idea until I sat down and started playing. So just know that you can get inspired just putting your hands to things and just starting, you know, just showing up. I hear Sean Pettit say that a lot, and I really like it. She says, just show up, you know, and see what comes to you, because things don't come to you every day. You don't go, wake up in the morning and go, oh, I've got this idea and that idea. And if you do, oh, that's wonderful. Maybe you can help me, because I don't. Every day I lay in bed at night and think about my videos and what I'm gonna, you know, what I'm gonna do with you guys and what I'm gonna create. Every day I think about, well, what can I paint? What can I draw? Or what can I, you know, and I sit there stumped, and sometimes I'm just like, Lord, help me. You know, I really need an idea, and you're the greatest artist of all. So, yeah, and today I just saw those things on my shelf and was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to try something with my ink and see if that works. And voila, it did work. And look at that. Isn't that a pretty little card? And it's got the blue, and it's got the background of the music page. And now on this side, I think instead of doing, I'm looking at this one, wondering if I can, let's see, is it totally off? Because the colors scheme isn't bad with what's on the front. I think I'm actually going to glue some of this down and give it a try. Yep, I'm going to go for it. If it doesn't work, I'll peel it off and I'll put some cardstock there, you know. Or maybe I should do like I did the other one and do the cardstock and then put it down. I kind of wanted to see how it would look. I don't think it's too bad. Do you think it is? A little bit off. I can see that. It's a little crooked. I can only tell because of my straight lines. They're sort of straight. So let's try that again. Trying to get that on there as straight as possible. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a video with you guys and show you how I did this, just in case anybody wants to play with parchment paper. We call it parchment paper, I think over in the UK you guys call it grease paper. Yeah, we call it parchment paper. So if you hear me saying that and you're from the UK and you're like, what is she talking about? Just in case. I'm just, no disrespect. I'm just letting you know. Because I have said to myself, are they talking about parchment paper? And I'm pretty sure that you are. And then I've heard other people reference it as oven paper, baking paper, you know. So yeah, I reference it mostly as parchment paper, and that's what this is made from. Okay. So I'm going to use my sanding tool. My sanding tool here, my little sandpaper, and I'm just gonna bring that off there that way because I like the way that looks. And once I distress it, I just think it looks kind of roughened and cool. Another tool I've never purchased is the Tim Holtz page, what does he call it? The distresser tool. Yeah, never bought that. I either use my scissors or I'll use sandpaper. I know that's loud, I'm sorry. I like the fact that when you use the sandpaper, it gets it right to the edge without having like a clean line. I think it looks kind of cool. And these cards will have writing lines on the back. And I did that with a ruler and a black pen the other day. So, just in case you're wondering. Nothing difficult. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the distressing on the back and on the sides. So to make that paper look older, fit more into our, you know, our flavor of vintage. You'll find that one of the things I have always had a hard time with of doing junk journals from scratch like this is that most folks do them and they use things that look more modern, and I don't tend to go toward the more modern look. I go toward more historical look. And book pages, yeah, you can get that look, or with images out of book pages and whatever, but I'm talking more about like just, Natasha does it a lot and she does an awesome job of it, but it's just not really more, I don't know, it's not my style as much. So I lean away from it. I like things to look genuinely old. Yeah. Now I'm only doing this to kind of catch, because I see the ridges, so I'm just catching the brown on there because I think it'll look neat. And so there's that one. I hope you guys like that. Fun stuff, all made from scratch. Woohoo, yay. I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it, Miss Mags. I did these the other day. I don't know if I showed you guys. These were from our stamping that we did in making our own fussy cuts. And I have a whole, you'll be so proud of me. Where are they? If I can find them. I did a whole bag and I can't find them. They're here somewhere. Sheesh, T. Where'd you put them? Probably buried. Oh, yeah, here they are. I did these. So I did some small fussy cuts out of stamps, and then, oh, and I bought these bags, okay? I think I have them right here at the dollar store the other day. Check them out. Aren't they pretty? Look at that. It's just gift bags for, I think it's for Easter, you know. But I bought them and I tore it open and I cut out, fussy cutted some of the butterflies and then distressed them. So those will probably show up in our journal. And all those little fun fussy cuts we did the other day, I went ahead, punched all those out. There's our little pin. And somewhere in here I have our ink jar, our ink well. Got some butterflies. And then over here we have I did some of the frames, if you remember, and like these backdrops. So these will be for some journaling cards probably, or backdrops on a page, whatever. Yeah, so yeah, fun stuff, fun stuff. All right, so what time is it? Let's go ahead and decorate one of these. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. I gotta dive right in and do this, right? So, okay. Oh, what do I have here? What do I have? Oh, look. This is a book image. Aren't they cute? Oh my goodness, little boys. So precious. I'm thinking, do I want them on here or would I like them on here? Nope, I want them on here, definitely. What do you think? Do you look at that? And then, let's see. I'm looking over here because I have some cool I have a whole bunch of different trims that are like browns and stuff like that. And I'm thinking that might look good next to these boys because they're, I don't know, I think they just look cute. They kind of look old-fashioned-y. And that's what I'm going for in this journal. I'm hoping. Oh, I like this one. That's a fun one. It's different, right? Let's see. Then I have some gold. And we have rope. Gosh. I really like these. And they've been sitting on my shelf forever. Oh, I like that. That looks nice. Let's see. Which one? What does she want to use? I have all these tied together. I actually think I really like this one. So, I know it looks kind of weird, but I think I'm going to use it. I like that. And I think I'll even have it coming off the side a little bit. Yeah. And now that we have our little fussy cuts that I just showed you, now I gotta find them again. I'm thinking, because I did like, let's see, I could do, I did them on music sheets. I remember I did the stamping on the music sheets. And then I also have a bunch of cutouts. Oh, and then I made some book tabs for the sides of stuff. I thought that'd be fun. Out of just some plain old paper. I'm wondering, I'm not sure about the yellow, that yellow look that they've got. I'm wondering if, oh, I like that flower so much. Here's an old man. He looks kind of cool. I don't think he was as old as his wig is making him look. Now these are all digis. Can't use those. Those are off limits. Okay. I wonder if I brown this a little bit more instead of the yellowy. Maybe it'll take on a little more. I'm not sure about them. Okay, pause for just a moment. Okay, so I had to grab my book pages, or my book images I had cut out. I made, you can get these on my, there's a whole kit on the, you know what I'm talking about. There's a whole kit in the shop. I'm going to go ahead and tear around this guy. He's perfect. Look, he's playing a violin. It's out of my composer's thingy I had. Yeah, there's like, I don't know how many pages, 8, 11, something like that. Anyway, you can find these images in the shop. These are my originals out of my old vintage books, and yeah. Okay. All right, now I gotta be really careful. This paper is very thin. And I think I'm gonna do like a, let me see how this looks. I don't know that I'm going to tear the edges off of this one. I may just leave it and collage it behind him. It's his information. It's like his name. It's Mozart, you know. I don't know if you knew that. And it's like an announcement for, I believe, for a concert. So the whole thing doesn't need to show. I just was thinking it'd be kind of cool to have Mozart sticking out right there. Yeah, like that. I'm going to do that. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on, don't be. Alrighty, here we go again. Okay. Here's my dry wipe. All right. Start in the middle and work my way out. Okay, so I hope you all found a little inspiration from this today. I know I did. It helped me to dig in and just start working on stuff. You know, I've been building up to it, but now it's going to start getting into the nitty-gritty and really actually doing this. Okay, do I still like this one? Or do I want more of a... Oh, you know what? I have this. I like that too. That's cool. I think I'll put that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and glue this down the side here. And I think I'm going to have it so that it's just going over the edge, and I'm going to trim. Okay, I think I'll go this way. Yeah. Yeah. All right. And where's my stamped words over here? Oops, sorry, babies. Yes, I called you babies. You're my babies. You're my sweethearts. Let's see. I have tons of different words here. Should I put quiet? No. How about quiet curiosity? No. I like my little stamps, my little stamped words. Quietness. No. I have a feeling one of his concerts would not be super quiet, but it would be beautiful. Beautiful hope. Okay. This is just coffee dyed paper, and I used my little stamps and made myself some kind of grungy, you know, antique looking words. And I did this before I planned for this journal, so I guess I was already prepping, and I did a whole bunch of different types, and you know, just fun. If I could get everybody into the thing again, that'd be awesome. It's really hard for me to pick stuff up once it's on this mat for some reason. Do you guys do that? Struggle with that? Oh, I forgot. I found some more of this. Remember my gold that I was out of? Oh, I don't know if you remember, but I was using this a ton, and they finally had it. Yep, I'm going to put him right there on the edge at the bottom. And voila, there we go. So there is our project today. So we have our tissue paper that's stamped with our die cut press. We have our music page out of an old hymnal glued to a just food box. You guys saw that. And then this is my own little fun paper from parchment paper and ribbon and just some cutouts from a book, an old book. So pull out your old books, guys, and start cutting. We're going to get busy. I hope you like it. I had fun today, you guys. I love you so much. God bless you. And remember, the Lord gives us beautiful hope. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, sweeties.